Hello and welcome to Behind the Curtain. We get down to what is going on behind this 3D reality. We jumping into this non-physical reality, energy work, and kind of get our mind, our conscious mind of like, well, how do we navigate that? Because a lot of it is going to be clearings, emotions, and how to interpret that. But we also get bring our logic mind into a little bit of it so we know what's going on. We get experience, kind of get, okay, I got some understanding. Today we're going to talk about how to know if the voice in your head is lying to you. So you can come into this, and if you haven't really been doing energy work, and you kind of the way to deal with all this different information that's happening in this non-physical world. I mean, you got your physical, but there's a lot, way more going on in the non-physical. And the first way to deal with it is just numb it all out, right? But now you're hit the Vanguard light. We're using vibration shift technology, which are warp gates, which radically accelerate your energy work and opening up your gifts and start opening up to all that's happening in the 5D world. And one of the things you want to dial in is your connection to source. And your source will talk to you and it'll be a voice in your head kind of directing you. However, the dark forces will also be a voice in your head directing you. And you want to know, when's that voice lying to me? So one key thing to know when a voice is lying to you is how you feel. Do you feel like crap afterwards? I mean, do you feel like you're defeated? You just want to give up. You want to stop. Whatever you're going to go for, you don't. Oh, I'm not going to go for that dream. I'm not going to. You're bad. You're wrong. You're this. If that's the vibe you get after hearing that voice, that's the dark forces. That's, you're dealing with the dark forces. And they'll also not give you directions. You'll know they're lying to you. When they don't give you direction, they'll just tell you about how much you suck and how you failed so much and you didn't do this. And if you even query, like, okay, I get that, I didn't, I wasn't successful here. What do I need to do to be successful? Crickets. You'll notice they won't tell you anything. They might keep talking. You say, okay, I failed here. I see what you're saying, because they'll weave truth in there. They'll trick you. They'll put a little bit of truth in there, be like, oh, well, you did this, this, and this, and you'll be like, yeah, I did do that, and look how much it failed, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, it failed. How would I do it better? How do I uplift that? How do I take that to the next level? You'll notice they won't give you that information. The voice won't give you that information if it's coming from the dark forces, if it's lying to you. It might say, oh, well, you can't move forward because of this, this, and this. And you're not going to get better because this, this, and this. It might repeat stuff, but that's not your question. Your question was, well, I get that, but what's my next step to positively move myself forward, to continue on my enlightenment journey? Notice it won't tell you anything if it's that voice versus if it's telling you the truth. If it's source, source will bring you some bad stuff, be like, hey, some change in behavior is needed here, and give you the guidance of what is that change? What is something that you could try? What is a behavior you need to start developing or the ability to do? You're going to get that when it's not lying to you, i.e. coming from source, coming from angels, coming from something that's willing to support you, versus dark forces are always, they'll talk a lot, but they won't ever be uplifting you. Their purpose is only to get you to stop. They'll say such crazy things of like, you're not going fast enough, right? And then tell you with an emotion of, you should stop doing what you're doing. You should stop. And it's like, wait, I'm not moving fast enough, so I should stop taking effort. That doesn't make any sense, right? Versus source might say like, hey, you're getting caught up in these things. I need you to focus here. I need you to take these steps. I need you to stop here what you're doing and walk in faith on these steps to move yourself forward. And you'll feel it, because you'll feel like kind of like, oh man, there's a rightness to it of like, yeah, I do need to do that. You might still have fear. You might be like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. That's because source, God, universe, angels are seeing you greater than you see yourself. And just stretching you and being like, hey, look, I know you can do this. I know you can rock it. It might take a couple steps, but I know what's in you, and it's great, and I'm leading you to your glory. Versus resistance is just going to point out how you suck and how you can't move forward. So if that helps of like, is it lying? First of all, how do you feel? Do you feel inspired to take action, or do you feel like, I'm garbage, I need to stop? That's the first key sign of like, okay, I'm getting lied to. No matter how much it sounds like it's right, no matter how much, It's key pieces of things that you had done. If it's not inspiring to go forward, it's lying to you. It's trying to stop you. We don't listen to that voice. We're like, nuh-uh. And we just try to do our best to reconnect the source of like, okay, what do you believe? What are you going for? And connect the source and be like, hey, source, what is my next step? What do I need to do to summit? Because they're going to give you a little bit of truth, but they're never going to give you answers to actually help you. And we're going to condition ourselves to stop listening to the dark forces and start listening to source and take our life to a whole new level. Hopefully that helps to give your mind a little conscious thing of like, because when you're going to start opening up abilities and you're going to start opening that communication of info, you want to be able to start processing it of like, okay, is it coming from dark forces? Coming from light. Until we talk again, have a blessed day or a blessed light.